Once upon a time, in a small village where snow covered everything, lived a boy named Ryan, who was 12 years old, and his little sister Lila, who was just 9. They had lost their parents in a storm the previous winter. Since then, they lived alone in a broken wooden shed. The roof leaked, the walls had holes, and there was no fireplace. Winters were cold and painful. Every night, they slept under a thin blanket, shivering and holding on to each other. One morning, Ryan looked at the snowy sky and said, "Lila, I promise you, one day we will live in a warm house of our own." Lila smiled and replied, "I believe you, Ryan." From that day, they started working hard. Ryan began cutting and selling firewood in the village. He would walk long distances in the snow, carrying wood on a small wooden sled. His hands became red from the cold, but he didn't stop. At the same time, Lila used leftover pieces of cloth to stitch mittens and scarves. She sold them to kind villagers and earned small coins. They kept every coin they earned in a glass jar. They called it their dream home jar. Every night, before sleeping, they looked at the jar and whispered, "This is for our house." But life was still difficult. Many nights, they had only a single boiled potato to eat. One night, a strong snowstorm broke a part of their roof. Snow came inside, and they were freezing. Ryan quickly fixed it using plastic sheets. Lila hugged him and softly said, "Don't worry, we will make it. We won't give up." As winter ended and spring came, the snow started melting. Flowers began to bloom. Ryan and Lila finally opened their jar and counted their savings. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to begin. A kind old carpenter from the village noticed their hard work and offered to help. Together, Ryan, Lila, and the carpenter started building a small wooden house. Ryan learned to use a hammer and nails. Lila painted the walls and made curtains from old clothes. After weeks of hard work, the house was ready. It was small but strong. It had a fireplace, a warm bed, and windows that kept out the cold. They named the house Hope Nest. When the next winter arrived, Ryan and Lila sat inside their new home, drinking hot soup and watching the snow fall outside. For the first time, they were not cold. They were safe, happy, and proud. Villagers came to see their house and were inspired. Some even asked Ryan and Lila to help fix their own homes. The siblings smiled and agreed, happy to help others, just as they had been helped. Ryan and Lila showed everyone that even small children can do big things with love, hard work, and hope. They didn't let winter defeat them. They turned their pain into power and built a better life together.